Dear viewers, the topic which we will discuss today is how, why and how Israel helped the creation of Hamas. Why and how Israel helped the creation of Hamas? Question mark. At a time when there is a ceasefire which has been announced on Friday and fighting has stopped, particularly in Gaza. The question is that Hamas, which launched along with Islamic Jihad, which launched, the struggle against the Israeli military and the blockade of Gaza, and it accepted the ceasefire, and Hamas is declared by Israel, the United States, as a terrorist organization. The question is that how come a terrorist organization of today, that is Hamas, was patronized by the Israeli state, by the Israeli military, when Israel was in occupation over Gaza from June 1967, Arab-Israeli war, till 2005. There are a couple of reasons that why Israel patronized Hamas. The first is basically that the name of Hamas was Mujuma al-Islamiyah, which was formed by Sheikh Ahmad Yassin in Gaza. All the way from 1978-79 till 1986, Mujuma al-Islamiyah was patronized by the Israeli military authorities, and Mujuma al-Islamiyah later on became Hamas in 1987. Avner Cohen, who was basically dealing with religious matters in the Gaza Israeli administration for 2 decades, that is in the 70s and the 80s, he has lamented that at that time Israel's main enemy was Al-Fatah group, a secular-minded, a nationalist, a leftist organization. So the Israeli government, and it was the short-sightedness, according to Avner Cohen, that why the Israeli Prime Minister Menachem Begin and later on Isaac Rabin, they failed to redeem the consequences of supporting Mujuma al-Islamiyah, which later on became Hamas. So Avner Cohen, he says that when I look back at the chain of events, I think we made a mistake. And in an interview with the Wall Street Journal in 2009, an Israeli military official who worked in Gaza, he said, Andrew Higgins, he said that, but at that time nobody thought about the possible results. So that is how Israel was looking at things during 70s and 80s, when Mujuma al-Islamiyah and later on became Hamas was primarily a charity organization led by Sheikh Ahmad Yassin. And Sheikh Ahmad Yassin and his charity organization Mujama al-Islamiyah were basically involved in the launching of various humanitarian programs like hospitals, clinics, kindergartens. Israel also gave the permission to establish a university in Gaza. So the Israeli military administration was favorable to Hamas, as it considered that being a religious charity organization, it was a lesser evil as compared to the PLO, as the main threat was the PLO. The article in Washington Post, July 30th, 2014, entitled "How Israel Helped Create Hamas," discusses in detail that the circumstances whereby Israel was patronizing Hamas, because it was a humanitarian group which was dedicated to funding and helping people. And at that time in the 70s until mid 80s, Majuma al-Islamiyah had no military wing, had no charter calling for the destruction of Israel as compared to the PLO. So it was acceptable to Israel, and that is how it changed after 1987, 1988, when it became Hamas, Majuma al-Islamiyah, and then it started, launching attacks against the Israeli military. Therefore, for Israel, Islamic fundamentalism was not seen as a threat, like how the US created the Jihadi, patronized the Jihadi groups in Afghanistan to fight against the communist Soviet Union. That exactly the same thing, that Israel thought that the religious groups in Gaza were not a threat to its interests as compared to the PLO. So, and then the second thing is basically that why Israel helped the creation of Hamas, that PLO, being a secular organization, nationalist organization, was involved in attacking Israeli military, and it was considered as a terrorist. Therefore, for the Israeli military administration to patronize Hamas was justified, but they had overlooked the fact that once they were able to establish themselves after Intifada 1, they became a monster, and that is how the Israeli military administration and the Israeli state regretted their decision to support Hamas. How Israel patronized Hamas? So why we know the reasons and how it patronized Hamas. It patronized Hamas, and I would like to quote here that how Israel patronized Hamas, that Brigadier General Isaac Segev, who was the Israeli military governor in Gaza in the early 80s, he told New York Times reporter that he had helped finance the Palestinian Islamic movement called as Hamas as a counterweight to the secularists and leftists of the Palestinian Liberation Organization and the Fatah Party led by Yasser Arafat. And by the way, Yasser Arafat himself used to consider Hamas as an organization having nexus with Israel. So General Segev himself admitted that he had funded Hamas with Israeli taxpayers' money, and that was later used to kill the same people. That is when Hamas started killing the Israelis. So in 1987, when the Intifada 1 was launched, and the reason was basically that when a Israeli military truck collided with a Palestinian vehicle, killing 4 Palestinians, that led to the outbreak of Intifada 1 in 1987, and the same year Hamas was formed. And that is basically something which we have to understand, that Hamas gained more and more support because the Palestinians thought that the PLO had compromised by recognizing Israel, by relinquishing armed struggle, and Hamas was the main Palestinian force able and capable of dealing with Israel. So that is how Hamas became popular. Hamas also criticized the Oslo Accords. Hamas refused to recognize Israel. And then, of course, in 1984, when Sheikh Ahmad Yassin was arrested by the Israeli military administration in Gaza, that he was basically found a vehicle which was carrying weapons. He was jailed for 10 years, but he was released after a year. And the weapons which his vehicle was carrying, he argued that these were against the PLO, against the Fatah. And many incidents where there were clashes between the PLO and the Hamas, and Israel used to feel jubilant that the Palestinians were fighting with each other. So that is how they patronized Hamas, they funded Hamas, which has been confessed by the Israeli military governor that Israel had provided financial assistance to Hamas. Having said that, it means that the very basis of Hamas, which was Majuma Islamia, was basically against the PLO, was against a secular organization, and Hamas considered PLO as a major threat. And their argument was basically that we will finish off with PLO and then we will deal with Israel. And the manner in which Hamas became powerful and it became a monster, and we have seen that the 11 days of armed conflict in Gaza, that how Hamas fired 4,000 rockets against Israel, which killed 13 Israeli citizens, whereas more than 230 Palestinians were killed in Gaza, including 60 children. Therefore, the thing is basically that now the time has come to understand that the very basis of Hamas that was in the late 80s, in the late 80s, that was something which was the making of Israel, and it suited them because for the West supporting the Islamists, supporting Muslim Brotherhood, that was a lesser evil as compared to the socialists and the communists and the leftists, and since the PLO was a liberal, secular, leftist, nationalist organization, and Israel considered as a major threat. But when the PLO was able to mend fences with Israel, Hamas turned against PLO, and then it ousted PLO from Gaza in 2007. Sheikh Ahmad Yassin was killed, the same Sheikh Ahmad Yassin who was patronized, the founder of Hamas, who was patronized by Israel, was killed by an Israeli raid in 2004. And since then, since 2005 and 6, there has been the blockade of Gaza, and 2007 when Hamas took over Gaza, and that is how many Israelis, they think that they were themselves responsible for the making of a monster which is considered as a major threat. Another evidence which one can basically trace about Israel supporting Hamas, that when there was a fighting which was going on between the PLO and Hamas in Birzit in Gaza, Brigadier General Shalom Harari, then a military intelligence officer in Gaza, he reported that he received a call from Israeli soldiers manning checkpost on the road out of Gaza that they had stopped a bus carrying Islamic activists who wanted to join the battle against Fatah at Birzit. So Brigadier General Harari said that if they want to burn each other, let them go. And that is what was the Israeli military thinking, the thinking of Israeli state, that it would be great if the Islamists and the socialists would continue to fighting each other, since it would take away their focus on fighting Israel. Thank you very much.